Alright, everyone. Okay, today we'll be re-ranking Empoleon and Pokemon Pearl. This used to be first place on my leaderboard, but then when I did my redo of Staraptor last week, it beat it by 3 seconds. But that's with a new run compared to an old one. This thing can get a much better time. So, on the YouTube poll, you can see my over, under, or in between, which is exactly tied right now. 3 votes, 33, 33, 33. Man, this will get interesting. Alright, so hopefully you guys had time to look over the movesets and stats, because they're quite amazing. We're going to get sword stats at level 11, so take with that what you will. Alright, so we're just doing one run because this is a longer game, but I've already done a run before, so this is technically run number 2. Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, some action-packed dialogue. I even downloaded my old notes, so I am using the old route, because I didn't have time to make a new route. Besides, the old route worked real nice. I had 0 resets that last run. That was probably not a good spot to run into Sanjum Town. That was probably a bit of extra walking. There's some time lost right there. Alright. Hello, Dylan Cars. 0 resets. Nice. Do you reckon you'll get some on this one? Well, knowing my luck, probably. Because last time I was level 74, and Staraptor beat it at level 70. And here's the thing, Staraptor and Empoleon are both in the same XP group, so they grow at levels at the same rate. Plus, Staraptor didn't have a setup move, so usually if you don't have a setup move, you need a higher level. So I'm pretty confident I could probably beat Cynthia at levels 65 or 68. But I will be aiming for a lower level, which may in turn cause resets. 0 resets so far. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't get a reset in the dialogue. Lucky me. Alright, I'm gonna reorder some moves. I just wanted Bubble and Slaw one. Dude. I really hate that you can just talk to one of those mailboxes or signs by just running into it. I wasn't even spamming A, I was just running into it. Really annoying. I really should not be fighting wild encounters. Just because I can't one-shot them. I think I need to refresh my restream chat. Maybe. Dialogue fight's pretty rough. Yeah, it's a tough fight. I'm gonna pause the run. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought I needed to refresh my chat window because I wasn't seeing messages, but nope, I've been seeing them pop up. Never mind. Youngster Tristan, one of the hardest fights in the run. Can you imagine how much better Empoleon would do if it started with Water Gun instead of Bubble? Like, Bubble's just a bad move. What are your top 5? I can't give a specific list, but I can tell you what would be among the top 5. Let's see. Charizard, Weavile, Reshiram, a Crobat. I don't know. Who would be my favorite overall starter? Infernape is one of them. Samurott. I don't know. Oh no, Game Dev, I'm not liking your message. If I see you swear in the chat, I'm muting you. Like, hey, come on, that's not my favorite. My favorite is Blue Eyes White Charizard. How is this not catching? Bidoof has like 255 catch rate. Dude, at this low of a health, it's like a 90% chance. Okay, that is stupid. Now I've only got one ball for the Starly. That's just awful. Plus, here's the thing. Those 5 Pokeballs need to catch 3 Pokemon. Bidoof, Starly, and a Geodude. And the fact I had used 4 of them on a Bidoof, that's just brutal. So I'm gonna have to stop by the mart to buy more Pokeballs. Please don't kill. Dang it. That looked like it wouldn't kill. Alright, come on, Starly. Sometimes these early route encounters are... they just give me awful luck. I remember this one run. It was quite recent. I think it was one of the Staraptor attempts. I remember it took me 12 encounters to find a Starly. Alright, I'll just stick to one bubble. Oh, yeah. Alright, one ball. Come on. Thank you. Either way, I'm gonna have to go buy some Pokeballs for the Geodude. Seems like our meme synergy is pretty good today, though. Yeah, pretty much. I've always liked Crobat and Weavile as a good design. Trips me out, it's a night type. Kinda does, actually. Half the time I do forget. Although, its 4 times fighting weakness is quite bad. Alright, I will not be... oh wait, no, I will be using Hidden Power. Yeah, our Hidden Power typing is Hidden Power Dark, because, it's actually going to be our best move to deal with Fantina. Plus, Hidden Power Dark means we have perfect stats. So it's a no-brainer. I don't even know what these average Hidden Powers are. Actually, speaking of Crobat, I hope y'all enjoyed the Crobat video that premiered this morning. I took a look at it. It must have hit the algorithm or something. It's already at 160 views in the first day. It's at number 1 out of 10 so far. So it's doing quite good so far, actually. Must be because Crobat's pretty popular. I really wish you can just skip this Poketch, but you just have to do this. Also, on all these guys, you just mash A. Literally none of them, the answer is B. Or no. None of them is. Alright, gotta get some balls. Alright, 9 Pokeballs should be good. Even though my special attack's higher, I don't know if using Tackle would be better. Like, what's better, a 35 Tackle or a 20 Bubble? Well, I guess Bubble's 30 with Stab. I mean, I know on this thing, Bubble's the end. But hey, on the bright side, one more level, we can use Sword Stance with Tackle. Alright, so... oh, right, I need to teach Hidden Power. Oh, hey, John Calbro. Sorry, I meant to say bye. Yeah, this will be a much better attacking move. It's pretty much almost always worth it to fight these early trainers right here, especially if you're in the medium-slow leveling group. Just because the experience is really quick. And plus, they're literally on the way to Oreburgh. Yeah, learning to code is pretty rough. I can agree to that. I really hate how inconsistent the frame rate is. Like, whenever I'm running, if you see me slow down and speed up, that's just because this game naturally has a lot of lag. Alright, here's the Geodude. I'm pretty sure Hidden Power will one-shot this. Oh. Interesting. Oh, speaker, I'm making a game where it has game hook capabilities built in. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, hopefully I don't get any encounters. Alright, let's see. I've got 8 bubbles left, so I really do not need to heal at the center right now. I'm just gonna go straight to Rourke. I'm not even gonna save. I resist everything his team has. I resist normal, rock, and dark type moves. Because the Cranidos has Pursuit. Bubble. One shot. Nice. Level 13. I wonder what level I actually learn a better water move at. I haven't done... I think when I did my first attempt for that December video, I think it was during October. It's been a while. I don't remember what level learns a better move. Even though I'm not comparing to my last run, because this is my only attempt today, I'm still keeping split, so 1058 Rourke. Oh, wait. Don't need antidote. Alright, so I've learned from the Staraptor run, I believe it was. Or it might have been the Drapion video that's coming out this week, hopefully. You don't want to use an escape rope in here. Because you may think it's worth it, but you'll end up just going out the other side. I guess you could just, like, go out there first. Art is my weak point, so I pay others to make art for me. That's what Steve says. That's why I make all the sprites. Oh, cool. First try Psyduck. Okay, that should be good enough. Yeah, that's a pretty neat time save right there. It's only a 30% chance to find it, but it's the best HM user I can get here. I better use a potion. Let's see, 11 hidden powers. That should be enough to last me till the next town. 3D modeling is one of the easiest forms of art. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, then again, I've always drawn, like, traditional art. The easiest form is music composition. I guess we all just have our own opinions. Okay. They were easy. Alright, I don't need to use a repel, I still have one active. So, I need to get rock too. No. No, I do not. Dang it, I always think that's a potion. Dang it. I thought you said Fruit Loops. Heck. Okay. Delete tackle. Yep, so in the next town, I can actually get the TM for Pluck. In my last run, for some reason, I just chose not to get it. That was definitely a stupid play. So I will be getting it this time. Dude, no. Alright, just teach this in the place of... I'll need... Nope, shut up. I'll need this for later. Oh, for some reason I thought that was an orange berry. Yeah, Chesto Berry can still come in handy. Just listening in the background, I think Empoleon's the second best starter of all the gens up to Gen 5. Only Blaziken would get a better time. In this game specifically, I mean, Swampert's really, really good. Especially since it has to deal with, like, virtually weaknesses. I've also made it a habit when I come to this town, just heal up and equip an Oranberry. Because that Oranberry can come in clutch a lot with Mars. And if not Mars, then for some of the trainers coming up in the fourth. Especially that one trainer with the Pachirisu. That one double battle, that one fight can be hard. So the Oranberry can come in clutch. Metal Claw. I don't think I learned this move. No. Next move I'm supposed to learn, get the TM for return, teach over Pluck, then teach Bubble Beam over Bubble. I think I learned that move at like 24. Yeah, you know what's weird? Empoleon's the only of the 3 Sinnoh starters in this game that actually starts with only 3 moves. The other 2 get 4 moves to start with. Really interesting. Alright, so the Mars fight is pretty much going to be 100% free because the worst thing her Zubat can do is use, I think it's either Absorb or Giga Drain. I can't remember which. But, I can just set up a Swords Dance or 2 on the Zubat and just sweep with it. Also, you may be looking at my PowerPoints and be thinking, hey, you need to go heal. No I don't, because in the forest I will get a free heal from Cheryl. Oh, it's Leech Life. Never mind, this fight's 1,000,000% free. Plus, she can't even poison me with Toxic. If I could get poisoned, there is a Pecha Berry right next to that Chesto Berry I picked up. I would actually equip it for this fight if I had to set up on the Zubat. Because you don't want to set up on the Perugly. I am honestly surprised that lived. Well, I ended up just stealing the opponent's Oranberry. Yeah, that's one advantage of Pluck. Alright, so at this point, my Repel will run out. What I actually like to do before this fight, I'll enter a false battle here. And immediately run away. That will heal my team for me. Because I think this is quicker than using a potion or something like that. Plus it heals my power points too. Alright, I did save just in case the Pachirisu tries to do anything funny. Use like one Swords Dance first. And I'm paralyzed. That's great. Oh man, you're about to kill the Chansey. Just catch Yurisu down. And I mean, there was a Cherry Berry too back in Floroma Town I could equip for this fight. It's just, it's the paralysis cure. The Cherry Berry is more useful for like Gardenia or Volkner than it is for this one random fight. Alright, at least since the Pachyrisu's out, the rest of the team can easily be destroyed. Oh, you see how this Silcoon here only has Harden because that's his level up move? Fun fact, a lot of the Galactic Grunts who have Silcoon or Cascoon also know like Harden and Poison, or Tackle and Poison Sting along with Harden. There is one specific Galactic Grunt in the Veilstone hideout who has a Silcoon that doesn't know Tackle or Poison Sting, while all the other ones do. So there's a Galactic Grunt with a Silcoon that only has Harden. Like, it's real inconsistent. You can make decent sounding music without understanding anything about it. Drawing or 3D modeling requires actual skill and knowledge. Well, thank you for calling me skillful. I appreciate that. Hello, actually. I got my Bruno Ding counter with me. Oh boy, I'm sure you do. Alright, No. I gotta learn to stop healing there. Cheryl heals for me. I need to quit doing that. I like to get this free super potion. Alright, so this gym will also be pretty much free. I mean, the hard thing is going to be setting up on Gardenia's Cherubi. Although I think the Cherubi doesn't even have any good attacking moves. Well, it does have Leech Seed, but if I can set up my Sword Stances and spam Pluck, I'll even heal off of the... what's its face? The Roserade's Citrus Berry. I really need to put Pluck in slot 1, especially since I will teach to return over Pluck. I really need to move. It's just real annoying because you can't reorder moves in battle in this game. I have to actually go in the menu. Alright, I'm going to do it right now. And I can't stand how inconsistent the speed is. But I mean, that's just how the Gen 4 games run. Nothing I can do about it. But I'm definitely making quite good time so far. I don't know how much time compared to my last run. I don't have splits for that run. That's fine, I don't need to save or heal. Grass Knot. Okay, did a little bit. Seed. Growth. Alright, now I sweep. That is not the right move. Well, I just did a Bruno. Yeah, I know what one-time speed is. I played Pearl version when I was younger. I know the struggle. Oh, wait. 49. Oh my god. You know what? That's what I get for choosing to play Extreme. I completely forgot that Roserade can outspeed. Alright, at least this will be quick. Poisons. Well, there's one for your Bruno counter. Also, I know for a fact I will end up warping back in back here. Yeah. That was really embarrassing. Yeah, I was thinking of the green sprites and of using the green sprites in the next backcourt build. No. I mean, Empoleon's not even that heavy. It's just I was so low on HP. So yeah, I pretty much wasted about a minute. Why not? Because I said so. Well, it did use a stun spore. For a poison sting instead of any grass move. Well, I think I want to do Bruno Dings whenever the AI does something dumb to Empoleon. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Let's see, anything else I need to get in this area? Doesn't look like... Oh, right, teach. I always struggle with the fact, like, when I just get an HM, I'm supposed to teach it first before... But I want to see a funny sprite and you guys trying to keep a straight face. No, dude, don't mess with the sprites. Like, I'm serious, if you actually do, you're not making the ROMs anymore. Steve and I don't want you messing with the game. We made it specifically clear, do not mess with the game. Like, we want it to be vanilla as possible, minus the starter. Hey look, see, this one has Tackle and Poison Sting, but some of these grunts will have these things without Tackle or Poison Sting. Like, it's really weird with the inconsistency. Alright, so, yeah, Jupiter will also be pretty free. I think her Zubat is the one with Giga Drain, if I can recall correctly. So, I mean, it's not like it's gonna do that much damage anyway. Like, what's Zubat's special attack? Like, 12? Base stats? Alright, there's Bubble Beam. Alright, so Pluck and Bubble Beam. Been using green sprites be the most vanilla. Dude, make that yourself, though. You can ask Steve if he wants to do a run with that, but don't just do it behind our backs. That feeling when some Galactic Grunt becomes Metapod bug catchers from Gen 1. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking in Diamond and Pearl with the original team. Some of these guys, like, in the level 30s, will still have Silcoon and Cascoon. Like, there's no reason for it. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, then again, Rocket Grunts would have level 29 Rattatas, so pretty much all villain teams have bad teams. I think that was done intentionally. Oh yeah, 4 damage. Yeah, I just really used Swords Dance Bubble Beam. Oh, I stole its berry too, so I keep healing myself. Alright, so to get the Underground Explorer kit. And do I need to go to the mart? No, I don't. I do need to get the bike, though. Ah, dang, shut up. No, dude. If you want to piss off Steve, do that. You want to piss him off. Alright, let's see if I can avoid the bike resistance. Oh, I actually avoided him. Nice. I thought you were adding the bag space to the overlay. I never said I would. Well, I've thought about it, but where would I even put it? My overlay's kind of full, and it would just not really fit in. You know what I mean? It really wouldn't fit in that well with everything else. Ponyta? Oh no, whatever shall I do about a Ponyta? Surprised I avoided him. Oh god. I think the funniest test run I made was the one where all the stats were 1 for one of the backboards. You actually tried that? That's funny. Darn it. You know what's interesting? This guy I just ran into, in Diamond and Pearl, he's a spinner, but in Platinum, he's mandatory. I think in Platinum, they gave this guy a nose pass instead of an Onyx. I hate that. Hello, Shadow. I did, and Steve and I had a laugh about it. I will need to heal up, actually, because my PP is running a bit low, and I'm not planning on using a center for quite a bit. I'm not gonna be farming for money, so I'm gonna skip the the amulet coin. Okay, I was just testing something. I didn't know if the contest dialogue here is mandatory in Diamond and Pearl, and I could just go straight to the rival fight, but no, you do have to do this. And it wasn't apparent until he came across a wild Pidgey. Oh, that's hilarious. But you know what's interesting? See, like, right here he ambushes you. If you black out in this fight, I found this out the other day. If you black out, teleport back to, like, Eterna City or something, and you come back through that gate, you know, where you found that Baneri, the rival will ambush you there, too. Like, if you black out. I think I'm Diamond and Pearl. I'm kind of looking forward to Pokemon Day next week. Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting to see what they announce. I just hope to God it ain't Let's Go Johto. If that's like the main #1 thing they announce, I'll be pissed. But I think all those rumors are false. Like, I don't think they're going to hype up a new Let's Go game. Like, if they wanted to ride off of the Let's Go popularity, they would have released one in, like, 2019 or something. Like, a year or two after. They wouldn't wait 7 years. That's just my opinion. Alright, these twins should be... Okay, Bubble Beam the Bonsly because it has low kick. Honestly, I'm not even sure if they would do a Legends Unova. It'd be cool, but I'm just not sure how likely that'd be, because I don't know if Legends is just going to be a one-off thing. Alright, I need to get some more repels. I don't think I used a repel. Yep. Alright, what's my friendship at? 176. So, return's gonna be roughly 70 base power. I mean, Pluck is... What was Pluck? 60 base power? But I don't get stabbed from it. Plus, return's more, what's it called? Versatile. Versatile? I think that's called. Turn over Pluck, which is in slot 1. I always find it really strange how you have to come here to get strength. Why is my cursor always over the trainer card? Alright, now to go get the... Oh, wait a minute. I knew I forgot to buy something. I need escape rope. Oh, thank you. Dang it. Gen 10 is going to be next year's. They always followed the VGC trend. They will do next gen when the restricted Pokemon. Is that really what they do? Oh, nice. It's raining on this route. You know what that means. 50% boost to Bubble Beam. You know, one Pokemon I really want to do a run in this game is Rampardos. Rampardos would be amazing. But I clearly saw the guy was not facing the other way. They always did that since Gen 6 VG. 2016, Gen 7. Oh, hold on. So they usually wait every 3 years. But wasn't Scarlet and Violet released in 2021? No. That was BDSP. That was 2022. Honestly, something I really hope for is like a sequel or a remake of a side series game. Because they really don't do side series games anymore. I mean, they did release that Mystery Dungeon game, which I really liked. Imagine if they remade Explorers of Sky. Like, I would honestly really love that. You know, light spoiler, during the Drapion run, that will be the next edited video, I really struggled with that Gyarados. It was during the first run. That thing outspeeding me? Yeah, it outspeeding me by 2. I even have a plus speed nature, too. My nature is naive. An all-new side game? Yeah, that'd be cool, too. Okay, I don't need the coin case. I do need to be careful in this gym, though. I'm gonna save just in case, because this is the fighting type gym. Because the Lucario will outspeed me too. But the plan is on her, I'm going to looks like my plan for her is just to sweep with Bubble Beam. I I guess that's just because Empoleon really does not have a good answer for her team in terms of physical moves. Yeah, see? Am I in Torrent? No, I'm not. Part of me wants to consider being in Torrent range, but the problem is her Lucario outspeeds me. Alright, luckily that was Seismic Toss. Oh, it only has Seismic Toss. Never mind. How am I out of potions? I am not good at planning my Gen 4 shopping trip. Yeah, I need to do a better job at planning my shopping trip. Nope. Need to use one more. That sucks, though. I gotta do this crap again. What I get for not better preparing my shopping. I hate this puzzle. Well, I'm out. Have fun. Well, thanks for stopping by, Shadow. Imagine if they do what Mario did and release a port of an old phone game on the Switch. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do that. Pokemon really does not do that. Still gonna save here. Because I remember in my last... Oh no, my last run didn't have reset. Right. I was gonna say, I think I had resets here, but no, I didn't. Although this run has a blackout. I don't think the last run had a blackout. I need to use an Ether on Bubble Beam. Good thing I picked up that Ether in the previous route. Cool. One Bubble Beam short. Ow. Oh no. I'm dead. Good thing I saved. Dude. So sad that I ran out of Bubble Beams there. You may be thinking, oh no, this run has a reset. But here's the thing, though. Like, the number of resets does not tell you how good a run is. Technically, I could get 0 resets if I just grinded in the wild to level 100. That would get me 0 resets. Like, here's the thing. Like, with Staraptor, I ended up with 5 more resets. But my real time was 5 minutes lower. And my route was pretty much the same. I just did things more efficiently. Plus, here's the thing. Like, all 99% of these trainers just have Bruno AI. Like, see? I barely took any damage this fight. I was just seeing if I had a citrus berry or something. I know the route south of here has a citrus berry I could use for this fight, but I think just sweeping with Bubble Beam is all I need. Cool. And if I had free outspeeds, I would be in Torrent range. Crit, nice. 32. 62. Oh, right. In Platinum, it has 72 speed because it's level 34 in that game. Right. Dang, if I was level 33, I would outspeed. Dang, not even Torrent killed. Oh, try again. Because remember, the opponents attack randomly in this game. Like, who knows, the next attempt for Lucario would just spam Metal Claw. I think that's how I won last time. I don't think it used Force Palm or Drain Punch once. I think it just used Metal Claw and whatever its other move was. Disrespect Metal Claw kill. Yeah. Dude! God damn it, dude. Okay, I will equip that Cherry Berry. Man, dude, I think this is a similar level to what I was last time. I'm just getting really bad luck. Although, I probably should have routed in being level 33 to outspeed. Rock Tomb, not like it would matter. Dude, it's only spamming fighting moves. Well, good thing Torrent Bubble Beam saved the day. R is almost an automatic loss, but weird the AI will sometimes use Metal Claw. Why does it do that? The AI in this game just attacks randomly. I don't even think they even bother coding an AI for the most part. I mean, there are basic checks, like don't use Earthquake on something with Levitate. But in general, if a move can do damage, it'll just shuffle between the two. It does not act like this in Platinum. Like, for example, you know the Gen 3 AI quirk, where, like, the AI will prioritize speed control moves? That is not a thing in Diamond and Pearl. It's just not. Like, I could see something with Rock Tomb and never use it. But still, I'm not too worried about this run, because resets don't tell you if a run's good or not. It either means you did too much training, or you got insanely lucky. Because remember, I was level 74, which I think is way too high. I think I must have fought a lot of trainers. Did that thing just metronome surf? Brine? No. Yep. Also, I tested out my DS capture card setup with my new PC, because tomorrow I'll be doing speedruns. It was capturing the footage okay, but the auxiliary cable that came with my ground loop isolator, it was only carrying through, like, just the single left headphone sound. The right just wasn't coming through at all. So I actually had to get another aux cable for it. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure it'll work. I think this is the 1.0 gym music. I've been told that the 1.0 version of this game, some of the tracks were different. But then in 1.1, I guess, they updated the tracks to make them sound better. Honestly, the 1.0 tracks kind of sounded more similar to the original theme. I wouldn't be surprised if these were direct ports, though. They kind of sound like direct ports. I mean, the tracks don't sound bad or anything. Alright, I'm gonna need a new cherry berry since I used that other one. Dude, quit going down there. I keep thinking I'm over Pokemon for some reason. I believe BDSP has the DS sound, so you listen to the OG version. I know that too, but there is also specific 1.0 music. I know the gym leader does have a 1.0 version of the track. I really do like, though, how remakes include that. I hope the Black and White remakes carry over the DS sounds. I'm sure they will, though. Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver had it, BDSP had it, I'm sure they'll carry it. But then again, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't have a GBA sound. Unfortunately. But honestly, the Omega Ruby music kicks ass compared to the original Gen 3 music. Kind of like Heart Gold and Soul Silver with Gen 2. Fire Kanto is a bit of a mixed bag, because, I don't know, I go back and forth between which of the two I like better. Like, for example, I'm not much of a fan of the Fire Red and Leaf Green, Gym Leader track. I think the original Red and Blue did a better job. That's just my opinion, though. What's the hidden power type? Hidden power dark. Perfect stats. Not because I want to run perfect stats, it's because hidden power dark does help with Fantina, because I don't really have a good answer for it. Alright, what's my plan for wait? Swords Dance return. Okay. Alright, I need to put return back in slot 1. You guys think that may be slow, but think of all the time it'll take for me to press down on the D-pad. Every fight. It's always fastest to just spam A. Although technically, my mouse cursor is on my emulator, so I can just select a move before turboing the A button. But sometimes I'm just lazy. You know what? You know what, guys? I put all that work into giving you all emotes, and I haven't seen any emotes in the chat yet. Come on. Oh no, rollout for a Meryl. Whatever shall I do? Does anyone... I'm curious, when anyone ever went through this gym, did anyone ever fight the fisherman? Like, you never have to fight them. It's not like they're a spinner or anything. They're just there. You literally have to talk to them. Dude. I must have... Oh, Mud Bomb. Yeah, Mud Bomb probably did that. I'm gonna use Hidden Power because I need to save some... I fought them all in my Sinnoh playthroughs. Really? To be honest, if I have to do a lot of training, like, there are so many trainers near the end of the game, I almost never do mid-game training in these runs. Like, if I have to get to a really high level for Cynthia, there's the couple of routes before Sunny Shore. There's that entire route before Victory Road. There's the entire Victory Road itself. There's just a lot of XP in these places. Also, you guys will really like the Drapion playthrough. Like, I had to do some creative thinking for strats, and even for my second optimized playthrough, the run is still pretty inconsistent. Like, it's a hard Pokemon to route. Really hard. Also, we will be getting the HM for Surf soon, but I will not teach it to Empoleon because I would rather give it Waterfall, and I'm going to be relying on my physical attack anyway, so I will just hold on to Bubble Beam for water coverage. I mean, besides, like, I will use water for Byron, but then again, his team is very, very bad. Well, I can tell he didn't try and use Mach Punch. You know, surprisingly, there hasn't been that many Bruno plays in this run. Well, I mean, Maylene's Lucario did use Metal Claw a couple of times, but more often than not, it just used a fighting move. So she did play pretty good this run. What's better, Swords Dance or Growth? Million times Swords Dance. Swords Dance raises your attack twice. Growth? Are we talking about modern day Growth? Because I know Growth in modern games raises your attack and special attack by 1 stage, and it does it by 2 stages in the sunlight. So I'm gonna guess we're talking about modern Growth. I still think Swords Dance is better. Because not many Pokemon on your team are mixed attackers. They will go either physical or special. And having one dedicated one... 0 Bruno dings, other than the disrespect Metal Claw kill. Yeah. I think what you should count as a Bruno ding are where the AI should have won, but I ended up not doing it. Don't count, like, second try Maylene. Like, if I go to Fantina on the first try, and, all she does, like, and on her final Pokemon, if I'm in low health and all it did was use Growl or something, that'd be a Bruno play. Dude. Also, I never buy Moo Moo Milk inside that cafe in Diamond and Pearl, because in Diamond and Pearl, you can only buy 1 Moo Moo Milk at a time, but in Platinum, you can buy a dozen. So in my Platinum runs, I always buy a dozen Moo. But I am not going to buy 1 at a time, that's just awful. You like Lord of the Rings? I've never seen the series, so I can't give an opinion on it. I just realized I forgot Defog. Oh, great. Well, I'm not going back for it now. Well, there's only 2 or 3 mandatory fights. I'm just gonna have to save before everyone. If you guys are wondering what the fog does, it gives both me and the opponent a 3/5 multiplier. So it's as if both of us got hit with a Gen 1 sand attack. It does apply to the opponent too, but it's really annoying. Okay, I really should be using Knockball. Well, Bubble Beam's doing more. I'll just stick to that. But I do have to be careful. There is a set of double battles here that are, like, walking around. Yeah, these 2. Yeah, if I had a no-miss move like Shockwave or Aura Sphere, then this route would mostly be free, but I still like to get Defog just because, at the end of this route, there is 1 spinner. You cannot see the spinner in the fog. So it's always a gamble whether you hit him or not. And he has 3 Pokemon, too. And he's kind of tough. Bruh. This is painful. That's 4 Bubble Beams. There we go. This is totally like a Gen 1 sand attack. You know how mad I would have been if either of these had Hypnosis and they landed it through the fog? I would legitimately call them hackers. Alright, okay, I can see the spinner a bit. Okay. I guess it was in Platinum I couldn't see him that way. Maybe the fog is rendered differently in that game, I don't know. Hello, Nick Dawes. Rasmus. Is this an ongoing series about every starter only in Pearl? Not specifically. I've done these 3 Pokemon before. I have a video on it on my channel. It's where I raced the 3 Sinnoh starters in this game. This is just a second playthrough because the last playthrough was done like several months ago, and I just want to see if I can get a better time. But no, whenever I stream like myself doing a Pokemon run, usually it's just what I feel like, pretty much. But yeah, Torterra and Infernape will get their replays like this one eventually. It's just this week, I was going to do a Pokemon Pearl second run, and I decided, which one? You know what? Empoleon, because Empoleon actually did the best, because this thing gets level 11 Swords Dance. It's incredible. Alright, now I've got to go beat Fantine. I better do this shopping now. I gotta get some Super Repels. Also, I finally memorized where all these doors are. Here's the order. You go right, middle. Also, these are not random. It's the same order every time. Left, right. It's that easy. Alright, so the plan is for this fight is just straight up spam Hidden Power. But since my Hidden Power typing is Dark, the other alternative is to use Bubble Beam. Alright, didn't get the Omni boost. That's good. Also, since Hidden Power is special, I don't get affected by Aftermath, which is real good. Alright, this thing's got Magical Leaf. How many times will it not use it? It did lower my special defense, though. Oh, no, oh, there it is. Oh my god, dude. Alright, I think for the next Pokemon, I'm gonna use a Torrent-powered Bubble Beam. I knew it would outspeed. Man. Try again. Dude, that thing, like, it used one Magical Leaf, and then Shadow Ball lowered my special defense, and then it used it again. Yeah, because the Gengar is really, really fast. Dang, if only Gengar went for Spite. Yeah, that would have been a Bruno ding. You were 108 after this Gym 0 resets. Oh yeah, plus another thing. Those old runs were done on RetroArch, where I was getting tons of frame drops on my old PC. This is on BizHawk on my new gaming PC, so I'm getting no dropped frames that are caused by hardware limitations. I mean, the frame drops you see in this are just from the game being unoptimized, but yeah. Oh, Confuse Ray. Oh no. Hey, there's Spite. But it's still, bruh. Okay, now you're just being a troll. Okay, you can add that to the Bruno ding. Level 42, huh? But I guess I must have done a similar amount of training, which was near minimum battles. Imagine if that Magical Leaf was a crit. Yeah, it would have been quite painful. If you're also wondering what I'm talking about with the Bruno ding, Axew's keeping a track of how many times the AI does something terrible. We named that after Bruno from Gen 1, because Bruno in Gen 1 is an awful guy. Like, his team is awful. The AI in this game just attacks completely randomly. Almost every trainer attacks randomly. Everything is random as Agatha's Gengar. Alright, now I need to go around and get a rare candy. I don't need to get that many rare candy. Just this one I always like to get. Alright, so I need to get this rare candy, and then the Route 218 rare candy. And then I do have to fly back to Pastoria City, because there is a Mystic Water there, but you can only get it with Surf, so I couldn't get it while I was in town. Mystic Water in this game will boost my water moves by 20%, so it's going to be quite worth it to get. I am going to need to use a Repel, though. Where is it? Oh, over here. Alright, so now we're gonna get the next rare candy, and then go into Canalave City to fight the rival. Which starter do you prefer from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum? And not based on the typing. I guess in terms of design and overall moves, my favorite's actually Infernape's. Empoleon's actually my least favorite. I think I like Infernape better just because it's a hard-hitting glass cannon, and Torterra's more slow. And I think its Gen 4 moveset wasn't that good, but Infernape just got a lot of good moves. You know what? This is a good guy to fight. He's got a Gyarados. Hey, crit. Well, I'm probably going to beat Byron around the 112 mark. His gym has a lot of trainers in it. Honestly, even if my gameplay is not as good, like, I'm just going to beat my last run, just from frame rate improvement. Well, I am cutting levels too, which is in turn skipping training. I do think I am overall saving time. Let's see this thing not use Brick Break. Oh, you can add that to the Bruno counter. Level 40. Roselia, I better use Return. Giga Drain. Man, you're just getting all them splits, aren't you, John? Alright, normally at this point, I will heal at the center just to replenish my PP, but I still have a load of Bubble Beams left, so I don't need to worry. That's 2 Night Slash instead of Brick Break. Yeah. Then Candace, I Swords Dance and spam Return. Looks like I'm holding on to the same moveset for quite a while. Eventually, by level up, I'll teach Drill Peck over Hidden Power, and then Waterfall over Bubble Beam. Then my moveset for the league will be Swords Dance, Waterfall, Drill Peck, Return. You know, Byron's gym is one of the few gyms in this game where the puzzle is actually the same in both games. You may also think, well, what about Candace and her ice puzzle? The ice puzzle is actually different across the two games. The one in Diamond and Pearl is actually harder because there's more snowballs everywhere. Why on earth is there a Scroopy in the Steel Gym? Don't ask questions. I mean, then again, the last run was going to be hard to beat because it was a 0 reset run, but I did do too much training. But then again, like, I had 3 resets on Maylene. That was honestly just from bad luck. Although, if I had chosen to come in at... You know what I should have done? I should have just looked at the speed and used 2 rare candies. I don't know if I had any rare candies at the time, actually. Diamond and Pearl Flint moment. Hey, don't badmouth Diamond and Pearl Flint. A lot of people like to badmouth him. Diamond and Pearl Flint is actually really hard. I think he's one of the hardest Elite Four members in the whole game. Because Aaron's never hard. Bertha is just spam water moves. But having type variety actually does make Flint kind of hard. Because in Platinum, like, Empoleon could just sweep his whole team. With Earthquake or Surf or anything. Like, if you learn Earthquake, you're straight up one-shotting everything. Like, Flint is not hard in Platinum, unless you're using a Grass type. Flint in this game is actually hard, because you also would have to deal with a Drift Blim with Ghost moves, or a Steelix. You gotta deal with a Low Punny. Okay, the Low Punny is actually not hard, but the other ones can be hard. So don't underestimate Flint in this game. Honestly, Flint would be a lot harder if he didn't have the Diamond and Pearl random AI. Like, if they gave him, like, better, smarter AI that they have in Platinum. Oh yeah, I actually saw a YouTube short talking about the worst gym leader ace, and they actually mentioned Diamond and Pearl's Byron's Bastiodon. Because if you looked at its moveset, It's all special moves with base 40 special attack. The thing doesn't have a single physical move. I mean, I just think his Bastiodon in general is bad. $116 for... Well, I'm ahead by like 7 minutes. That definitely is not from frame rate. I still think I am gaining time, despite those resets in Melee. That's why resets don't tell you the whole picture. I really hate it when I try and get a drink and the dialogue is over. Rock and Steel is an awful typing too. Yeah. Well, have you seen Bastiodon stats? If I did a versus race of Rampardos versus Bastiodon, Bastiodon is going to be so awful to play. Like, Cranidos and Rampardos just have amazing attack. Plus, the pure rock typing is actually a really good type. Better than rock and ground. Because it doesn't get any 4 times weaknesses. Also, it's really not worth using a repel there, because you're only going through like 5 steps of grass. That was just unlucky. I do need... Also, this guard healing your Pokemon, I really love this guy. Plus, you have to go through this area multiple times. Like, to get to the lake, or go to Sunny Shore. Cool, I avoided him this time. Abra, okay. It used Return. Outspeed. Yeah, Empoleon just has a pretty bad speed problem. And remember, this is with me using a plus speed nature. Naive is plus speed minus special defense, so... Like, Empoleon's speed is really its biggest weakness. I'm not sure which Pokemon I want to do next for Gen 4. Probably P-Word's Glitch Brother. Hey, Porygon Z would, be really, really good. I think it would get the level 1, Nasty Plot. I don't know if it'd be a level 1 move, or a move relearn or hard scale move. Because what I really hate about a lot of the websites like Bulbapedia, they don't differentiate which is a level 1 hard scale move, and which one's a level 1 move. Like, for example, next video, Drapion, it gets the Elemental Fangs at level 1, but it doesn't start with those moves. You know, honestly, having Surf for this fight would be really helpful, because I could just completely sweep everything. But I don't remember... Oh no, I know where the move deleter is. He's in Pastoria. But no, I'd rather not teach Surf to it if I have to make a trip. Isn't there an item that boosts speed? Well, there is a Choice Scarf in this game. I don't remember where you get it. It boosts your speed by 50%, but it locks you into using one move. I mean, for a lot of these runs, it would work out nicely. I don't know where to get the Choice Scarf, though. I do know you can get a Choice Specs in Celestic Town from that little store. If it's daytime, you're given it. That's the item for special attack, but it locks you into one move. I should consider that in routing for some runs. But a lot of times, you do need to use, like for Pokemon that needs to use a setup move, like, those items are not a good idea. Nasty Plot's level 1 until Gen 8. Oh, really? Cool. 80. That thing outspeeds me by 2. Choice Scarfs at the Battle Frontier? That's just weird, though, because you can get the Choice Specs in the main game, but not the Choice Scarf or the Choice Band. Maybe the Choice Band, I don't know where you'd get it. Why am I using a Return on this thing? Oh well. Yeah, so much dialogue. I still did not get defogged, but honestly, once you've already finished that route, you really do not need it. Ah, dude, no. Also, you may think I should heal at the center there, but on the snowy route, there's actually a little hut you can actually take a nap in the bed, and it's a heal bed. Plus, in the Great Marsh, there is a rare candy, but it is such a pain in the butt to get, because you have to go through, like, the swamp. It's just really annoying. 3 Bruno Dings. Saturn's Toxicroak Feint attacks instead of Mud Bomb or Revenge. Oh, that's number 3. Oh, shut up. Alright, whoever added for you to just bump into a sign to read it, whoever made that a feature should get fired. Also coming up ahead is this guy. I'm actually going to save. This guy, in the past, has given me tons of resets. You want to know why? He leads with a Raichu with Thunderwave. I mean, I know that AI is random, but if you give him the chance and he does end up paralyzing you, look what he has next. A Hippopotas with Earthquake. Yeah, not a good combo. I can definitely tell you Drapion did not have fun at this guy at all. Have you seen Terminal Montage's starter Pokemon Battle Royale? I'm not sure I've seen that one specifically, but I have seen a lot of his stuff. My favorite ones are the Ocarina of Time and the Smash Brothers ones. I like a lot of the Kerbo ones too. Those are probably my favorite. I really like how they just have a pink fluff ball killing monsters and spreading the word of Jesus. It's just so funny. Especially whenever he poops out his Warp Star, and it just sounds like they put in that little farting sound. Alright, can I avoid this guy this time? There we go. Toxic Spikes. Oh yes, use Toxic Spikes on a Steel type. Well then again, it's a stage hazard move anyway. It's not like I'm switching. So I really wouldn't count that as a Bruno Ding. You know, I really hope pretty soon I can actually just do Platinum and not Diamond and Pearl, because I actually want to fight against some competent trainers. If you guys are wondering, why not just play it? Every week, I actually use a website that pulls names from a hat, and I use that website to decide what my edited video will be and what the rerun stream will be. I don't have it decide the Pokemon, just the game. So like for this week, it gave me Pearl and Emerald, which is why the Emerald poll is out on the channel. But the Drapion video was supposed to come out next week, but stuff's just been pushed back, you know? Alright, let's see if I can still remember how to solve this. Okay. I really hate this one. Okay. Alright, just got that one. Alright, that's all of them. That wasn't too bad. Alright. It really sucks that the puzzle's different in the two games. When I play Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, there's two different puzzles to memorize. But in Platinum, it is pretty easy to do that puzzle. I think it's actually harder in this game. I'm excited for more Emerald runs. Any of the 3 fighters look pretty good. Breloom is the winner. I already started routing it. Did you know only Shroomish gets Spore? Breloom does not get Spore. So yeah, that was quite interesting to route around. I was thinking a lot of fights are going to be free because of Spore, but nope, only Shroomish gets that. And the reason I decided to make the poll based on fighting types, I don't have a single fighting type on my Emerald leaderboard. In the last year or so of doing Emerald runs, across 12 separate runs, I've never once did a fighting type. That's how I decided on a fighting type theme. A 119 Candace. I think John said my Candace split was a 130. Only Shroomish in a way later level. Yeah, I've played Shroomish in Pokemon Leaf Green. It gets Spore really frickin' late compared to Parasect. Yeah, 130, so yeah. 10 minutes ahead is really... That's despite the resets, too. Do I need to heal? I'll just use a Super Poke. Alright, how much money do I have? 55 grand. Do I need to buy any vitamins? I know where the vitamins are. In the department store, it's actually on the 2nd floor. So it's not as much of a time waste as I thought, but... Honestly, I actually should go buy some Carbos. Because, speed can be an issue in these runs. Because, the Cynthia's Garchomp, it's... I think that's the fastest thing on her team. I think it's like 176 speed. I mean, I will be using Swords Dance, but the Garchomp does have Earthquake. But then again, the AI is stupid. But I can't just bank on the AI being stupid. Really? Also, Omniboost. Also, I don't know why whenever my main Pokemon's not out, the enemy stats disappear. It has to do with how the mapper's coded. It looks at a bunch of different factors, and then there's a JavaScript that will tell GameHook if you're in a battle or not, depending on what some properties are. And I guess whenever you switch out, it makes some properties false, and then the mapper no longer thinks I'm in a battle. Damn it. I was not supposed to go that way. That's literally not the way you go. So this is just a complete waste. Right. You'll be surprised by how good fighters are in Hoenn. Yeah, I've seen Scott's Hariyama thing, but honestly, that's just because they don't struggle with Steven Stone. I don't consider Steven the end of my runs. I consider the champion. Hey, look, see? This Cascoon does not have Tackle or Poison Sting. Why? The other ones do. Like, seriously, what were they thinking with these? At least give them an attacking move. But it was just so weird how inconsistent they were. Also, why does that Kadabra have a physical move? Empoleon's typing is really good defensively. Shame it doesn't get a good water move to use Swords Dance with till Waterfall. Yeah, that's one of its biggest flaws. I pretty much have to rely on SD with Return. Hidden Power is just for coverage, but I will get Drill Peck soon. But hey, at least this isn't Gen 3 Empoleon. Even without Steven Stone, consider fighting types still cruise through Wallace. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Emerald made fighting types great again. Well, they were never great to begin with, but it made them great. And I think they were able to keep that. Fighting types only got better. Like, Gen 4 Hitmonchan is really good when the punches became physical moves. It did nerf some strats, like you can't just carry over a Gen 2 Alakazam with the elemental punches. Weird that Empoleon gets Swords Dance considering its attack is lower than its special attack. That is true, but if you think about it, not for much longer. See, that did not have Tackle or Poison Sting. What gives? Like, imagine Nasty Plot with Serpent Flash Cannon. Oh god. Of all the starters, which are the top... Of all the starters there are, which top 3 would you say are the best for move coverage? Infernape definitely has really good move coverage. I'm sure some of the modern starters do, just because of how many moves are in the game. Let's see, who else? None of the water starters really have good coverage outside of water and ice. Honestly, best coverage would probably have to go to either a fire or a grass starter. Definitely not Bulbasaur. Definitely not Chikorita. Blaziken does have pretty good coverage. It gets fighting, flying. I think it does get elemental punches later. I'm not sure about that. Alright, gotta get that elixir. Rare candy. What also sucks about doing Diamond and Pearl and Platinum runs, half of the rare candies are in different spots. Like that rare candy I just picked up, in Platinum, there's no rare candy there, but there is one on the outside of the building. But some of them are the same, like that Route 214 one that's behind that little pond. That one's there in both games. And Fargo. At least they gave Empoleon competitive and Defiant in Gen 9. Or instead of Defiant. Oh. Are you talking about hidden abilities? Maybe I should have saved for this fight, just because, you know, the Toxicroak does have a fighting move. But, I think I'll be fine. 215 was the entrance to the Elite Four. Yeah, I'll definitely beat that. X-Scissor. Yeah, there's another Bruno counter. Actually, Swagger would have been pretty bad. Shame farming for the ability patch is a pain. You know what I've done? I would do Wonder Trades. Sometimes I would get a hacked Pokemon holding one, and I'd keep the item. I mean, it's inconsistent. I only have 4 of them. But now, it seems like nowadays I don't really get them as much. I think in the last 50 Wonder Trades, I've only gotten 1 hacked Pokemon. Okay. I think... Yeah, heal at the center. Do I need to buy more potions? Honestly, no. Damn it. Which gen would you say have the best sprites? Oh, that's tough. Honestly, I'd have to say Gen 5. But if we're gonna be talking about non-animated sprites, I would honestly say Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I knew I forgot to use a repel. Also, oh. I always forget to teach HMs when I get them. Cool, I avoided him quite nicely. Also, since Cyrus is pretty much one of the hardest fights in the game, especially in Diamond and Pearl, he's actually a lot worse because if you fail to defeat him, you will have to defeat Mars and Jupiter all over again. I have tested blacking out on him. If you come back here, you still have to fight him. You still have to fight Mars and Jupiter again. So I want to make sure I'm as prepared as possible. But honestly, I think one of the best spots to use your rare candies, if you're not going to struggle in the Elite Four anyway, I think all the rare candies you get at that point, you should just use them all before Cyrus. Wasn't Gen 5 the first and only one to combine pixel art moving sprites? It was, yes. Like, I've had runs where I would actually get a reset on Cyrus. Having to fight Mars and Jupiter again, you lose like 2 to 3 minutes. It's bad. Hey, Axu, can you tell me where the move deleter is? I'm really considering teaching Surf just for these double battles coming up. It would just make them so much faster. Canalave? Oh, yeah, I know where that is. Thank you. I'm gonna teach Surf, and then I'll fly over to Canalave and just quickly forget it. I think the extra time investment to flying away and delete it, it's gonna be better than defeating those Pokemon individually, because I have to do multiple multi-battles back-to-back. Why am I not using Bubble Beam here? Oh my god. You know, I swear, the most annoying Pokemon in this game is Bronzor. Oh. You know what? Never mind. Because if I go and get it... Or, no, I'm stupid. Right. Teach it now. I was like, I'm going to have to go to Canalave and then climb all the way back up here. But no. I'm going to delete it afterwards. Only thing I didn't like about Gen 5 3D stuff, bridge part, it did not age well. I would agree with that, yeah. I mean, can you really say the same about some of these Gen 4 sprites? Well, I mean, I think the reason some people say they've kind of aged better is because, like, of all the ROM hacks being made. I don't know. I don't know, they give people, like, a nostalgic feel seeing 2D pixel sprites. I do get that. Also, here's an interesting thing. In Generation 3, with the introduction of double battles, you know how Surf will hit both opponents in battle? And moves that hit both opponents in battle, the base power is cut in half for both of them. But starting in Gen 4, Surf will hit your ally too, and when you hit your ally as well, the base power is not split. It's only split if it hits both opponents, but if it hits your ally as well, it doesn't get split. So Surf got a massive boost in double battles in this game. Although it does come with the cost of hitting your ally. Which I think is worth it, because who cares about the Geodude? Alright, so I'm pretty much not going to struggle before the league at all, so I'm actually going to use all my rare candies here. Real Peck, yes. Because Cyrus's Pokemon are actually pretty fast. His fastest is like 136. I mean, I pretty much know I'm not going to outspeed it, but the more attack and health and defense, the better. Plus, if I still need a couple of extra levels for the league, there are more rare candies to pick up. Like, there's 2 of them inside of Victory Road. Honestly, me deciding to use my rare candies here is probably the reason my Staraptor redo ended up being a lower level. But it does really... It really speeds up this section, and it makes Cyrus a lot safer. Because you want Cyrus to be as safe as possible. As a reset on him, like I said, like this fight right here, you would have to do the fight again, just to rematch him. So you want to make sure you're as safe as possible. Like, don't do risky strats with him, because it'll be a massive time loss. I don't think the base power gets split if the ally dies. No, it doesn't. They would have lived if it didn't get split. Would you say that Game Freak should still use the pixel? Honestly, I understand why they moved to 3D, because all modern games are 3D now, and if they continue to remain in 2D, people would say they're staying in the past. So I think market-wise, going 3D was the better idea. It's just the older fans will have nostalgia towards 2D sprites. But I mean, people who would get into it for the first time, like, they're gonna see a 2D game as, like, older, if you know what I mean. I think it was better for them to move. Alright, so the Honchkrow here is completely free, because nothing good it has can do much damage to me. But honestly, I've liked some of the art styles Pokemon have come up with lately, like the Mystery Dungeon remake. They used like a semi-overworld style 3D, like the camera's like overhead, and it's all like water-brushed paintwork style. Like, I really loved it. It was a really good style. Okay, that's a Bruno moment right there. That thing has Brick Break. It didn't even use it. I mean, here's another thing, like, Scarlet and Violet, like, the 3D sprites were heavily improved in that game. Like, they changed a lot of the stances, the textures look nice. Like, just look at a Magnezone in that game. Like, it's actually all shiny and reflective. It looks really cool. Yep, that's 5 Bruno moments. So here's something that sucks. You cannot fly or use an escape rope there, so what you have to do is come into here to use an escape rope. Okay, now I need to go delete Surf. Actually, no. I'll delete it after I beat Volkner. The Switch is almost impossible not to get in 3D. Look at our opposed to BDSP. I mean, that was kind of interesting. Like, people hated the style, but the original Diamond and Pearl are also chibi style. It's just the problem is, it just looks weird seeing like a 2D game. Like, technically this game has 3 dimensions if you look at it. I mean, as you can see, like, that kind of design does not age as well. Like, it looks good with sprites, but when you try to do 3D models with this style, it doesn't look as good. I will agree to that. But still, you just can't please everyone. Pokemon fans are weird. Yeah, they're weird and toxic and inconsistent. Like, they'll demand Game Freak make a game like how the old ones used to look and function, then they make one, and people are still pissed. Like, I remember a bunch of people who were complaining about Sword and Shield's graphics at the time. They were, they were complaining that BDSP didn't look like Sword and Shield, and I'm like, weren't you guys just complaining that Sword and Shield looked bad? Like, I don't get it. Like, they want everything. And they always use the excuse of like, oh, you're the highest grossing franchise in the world, you can do it. I think it's like 80% of all the revenue from Pokemon is like merchandise, like toys and cards and anime, books, all that stuff. Not as much of it comes from the games. It's all separate stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to spamming Surf through this whole gym just so I don't get hit with static. I gotta skip the split. I was supposed to split at the Cyrus battle, but I forgot to split. Puzzle in this gym's the same. Well, even though 3D's using all modern games, I would still say you don't get the beauty of pixel art. Yeah, I do agree with that, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, like, a lot of details in 2D sprites look great because it seems like they're 3D because of all the attention put into it. But, like, with 3D models, it doesn't seem as cool because they're already 3D. They don't give the perception of being 3D. I think that's where, like, the part comes in. Like, you'll see a greatly drawn 2D sprite and, like, oh man, that almost looks real. But then you see the actual 3D model and you're like, the 3D model's not as real as the 2D model, even though the 3D model's the 3D model. Yeah, I get it. I wouldn't complain if they made another 2D game. I wouldn't complain. Yeah, but they had a point when Game Freak said they cannot do the deck saves or improve in the graphics. The graphics were not that good. That's pretty much the main reason people did at them. Because they pretty much lied about the reason why they cut the Pokemon is to make the graphics look better. Like, they should have just said, we don't feel like it, and that probably would have gotten less of a mean response. I do agree with that backlash, because they did lie about the reason. Like, I think someone looked in the models. The models are ripped from the 3DS. They could have said they don't have the time. Yeah, people were just mad that they were lied to. I completely get that. But that was a long time ago, I'm over that. At least Scarlet and Violet really improved the 3D models and the looks. Like, they made... Like, instead of Blastoise looking like he wanted to give you a hug, it actually looks menacing and it actually shoots a Hydro Pump from its cannons, while in all the other games it shot it from its mouth. Like, they really did improve them in those games. I just hope in Gen 10, or whenever that comes out, they fix the performance issues. I think it was just because they were pushing the Switch to its absolute limits. They usually push the system to its absolute limits near the end of a system cycle. Alright, I'm not going to save for this fight. It's all going to be a series of one-shots with Surf. Gen 9's so undercooked. Would overcooked be the right word? Because, of the visual issues. I mean, what's upsetting, it's like, it's not like they're not as obvious. Like, they're clearly obvious, but they ran with it anyway. Like, it's not like the game can lag if lots of stuff's on screen. It does it all the time. I mean, I still enjoyed the game, but two things can be true at once. I enjoyed the game, and also it ran like shit. You can say two things at once. Alright, Volkner really did not do a Bruno, because he really didn't have time to attack. I think John said I had a 210 defeat Volkner. I'm at 142. Honestly, what I predict this will finish at, if I first try everyone in the league, it'll probably finish with a 205. Brunch from Luxury instead of any electric move. Never mind. I think it's this house. Yeah. So Sun and Moon would be the limit test. Absolutely. Those games lagged horribly. Because that was where they decided to have the trainer models in the battle. Well, it looked great. It's just, it was really pushy. Oh, where the hell? It's hard to be good at the Gen 4 bike when the game lags half the time. 2 hour 1. Oh, okay. Cool, I didn't even have to go through the move animation because I deleted it. Oh god, I hate the slow surfing. Too much dialogue. Yeah, if Shadow was here, she would also mention their dead faces. Like, just smiling for no reason. Alright, my minimum level for the league is supposed to be level 68. I'll get the 2 rare can. Oh, you're in Denmark right now. That's nice. 2:45 a.m. Are you watching it like 2? Or no? Yeah. Yeah, a.m. Also, this person's a spinner. Alright, I need to heal at the center here. Fun fact, you cannot fly to this center if you don't heal here. This is one of the only Pokemon centers where that's the case in this game. Every other Pokemon center, you just have to enter the city to fly there. Speaking of Dead Base, I was playing a D-Make of Gen 8. Also, the main character spoke words. Really? Yeah, I saw pictures of that. I don't really know how I feel about the looks. It really doesn't look any better than the 3D version of Sword and Shield. I mean, the English was pretty good. Fire Blast. I need to switch over to Waterfall. Okay, it's in slot 4. How should I reorder my moves? Yeah, I think I'll keep return in slot 1. I really should have used Drill Peck on that thing. Ooh, Giratina music. I meant to use Sword Stamp. Man, my move ordering got completely messed up in the move finder. Oh no. That was close. Oh boy, I've gotten resets on this trainer before. That was not a Bruno moment right there. Oh, are you kidding? I don't have a potion. Oh. Well, I think we are planning a month for fossil Pokemon, aren't we? I remember we were trying to plan out all the rest of the months. Dude, I hate the menu input lag. Gen 4 had a lot of input lag. I really should have been using Waterfall because I'm in Torrent Rain. I better save. I don't know an easy way to get another full restore or anything. Yeah, I'm not going to get the second rare candy here. I think it's too out of the way. I'll just stick to that first one. Right, this guy just has a Gabite. Save again. The next Dragon Tamer just has Gibble and a Gabite, so he won't be that hard. But this guy, I don't remember what he has. Kinda cruel. I'm just keeping an eye on what move I use because I am using my mouse cursor because I'm trying to switch between moves quicker. Alright, I'll be able to read chat in a sec. Okay. Lag, haha. Hey, sorry before if you asked me a question. I was in a meeting. I don't think I asked you anything, no. It's 11:51 a.m. here. Dang. Okay, Hyper Beam. I don't think I'd consider that a Bruno move because every other move would not have been good. Alright, time to fight the rival. I don't consider this my save at the leagues. Although sometimes with how hard this rival is, I actually will heal at the center again. Close combat. Okay, that hurt. U-turn. Okay. Him actually U-turning here. I don't think he has that move in Platinum. It actually can be good, because when he switches back in, it activates Intimidate again. Getting into Torrent range feels rewarding. Yeah, and all it takes is for it to use Quick Attack. You shorten my name down to the first 3 German letters, becomes NDR, just like the German Northern radio station. I'll probably just call you, like, usually if someone's username is split between parts, I'll usually just call them by the first part. Like, I think I would just call you Nick, just because it's the first word. Real Pex in slot 2. Alright, I'm not going to need a heal at the center, just use a full restore. Fun fact, you don't have to have all the badges here. Let's you in. $153.06, save at the lead. You be able to outspeed all the Elite Four with Empoleon? Absolutely not. Cynthia has some very fast Pokemon. Her Garchomp is 176. I just have to hope the AI just plays stupid and doesn't use Earthquake. I think if I first try everybody, I might be able to get sub 2. Hey, at least we're playing the Arceus music. Floatzel choked with any move besides Brick Break, yeah. I really do like the Arceus theme, and the remix is really good. One's from Legends is really good, too. The original one just really did not sound that good. Honestly, that's not a Bruno moment. All of his moves are bad. Okay. Yeah, Bertha in this game has a really bad lead. She has a Quagsire with Double Team, but its only attacking move is Dig. Sandstorm can't even damage me. Plus, it doesn't even have Water Absorb. that Quagsire would actually be tougher if it had Water Absorb. Although I'm not sure that's something Quagsire can have. Can Quagsire have Water Absorb? Yeah, I think it can. Also, some of the way these sprites are made in Diamond and Pearl just really pissed me off. Like, if you looked at the Hippowdon, its sand was, like, sticking off the battlefield. And plus, when we get to Flint and you see the Steelix literally is floating. I hate it. Kind of fun you mentioned Garchomp. Game Freak already had a ground dragon type. Well, Garchomp is a million times better in every way than Flygon. Flygon's not a good Pokemon. Hey, I'm sorry I said it, but its stats and moveset just isn't that good. People just like it because it looks, which is a good reason to like some. Quagsire does have Water Absorb. I'm using one in Gen 8 D-Make. Gen 8 D-Make. I have a Clodsire in Scarlet and Violet. I know it has it. Really good one, because Clodsire is a poison and ground type. It is weak to water, but it having Water Absorb just eliminates one of its weaknesses. Alright, now I just gotta sweep. Bruh. I am gonna die. I'm just gonna reset now. You wanna know why I'm gonna die? The Drifblim has Aftermath, and I only have physical moves. That Rapidash actually chose good moves. Sunny Day into Flare Blitz into Solar Beam. And that thing has Bounce, too. Okay. Crit. Alright, now I sweep. Sunny Day, are you serious? Alright, now I'm gonna have to sweep with Return. Or Drill Peck, that works too. Dude, that was actually the best move for once. Good job, Flynn. Yeah, Mega Garchomp is worse than the original. Dude, Fire Punch. Flint is using all the good moves. Alright, Steelix. I don't think Waterfall's gonna knock it out. Oh, never mind then. I think I'm still dead. Yeah, I'm still dead. Yep. Frickin' Flint, man. Like, I'm serious. Flint is actually hard in this game. Drifblim with Aftermath. Seriously. Orb of Light. Please do not crit with Solar Beam again. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for letting me win, Rapidash. I appreciate it. Oh, God. As long as I have enough health to survive Aftermath. Charm. Okay, that was... You know what? I think I can still kill everything on +2. I'm not sure about the Steelix, though. Okay, never mind. Alright, just please survive Aftermath. There we go. I almost always seem to win this fight in red health. Like, Flint is hard. $54 is the damage. That's good to know. I think it only deals back a percentage of the damage dealt, I'm guessing. Yeah, Aaron was never easy. Bertha has a bad team in this game. Flint actually has a much better team. Lucian... I think he's easier just because he doesn't have Gallade. I think he still has Bronze on in this. It does 1/4 of your max. Okay, that's good to know. Dude, that is barely... that's not even Torrent range. 76 times 3 is 228. So no, yeah, I'm not even in Torrent range. And it killed me with Focus Blast. Honestly, the league... it's not like I'm losing because the league's hard. Empoleon's speed is just that bad. I have frankly no idea how I got no resets last time. I think even if I was level 74, like, some of these things would still outspeed. I think I just got lucky at some fights. But here's the thing, my last run had a game time of 6 hours and 4 minutes. I'm gonna cut an hour's worth of game time, too. That just shows you, like, it was all the unnecessary training. Oh god, I'm dropping frames. Yeah, I was just getting lucky. Dude, how am I dropping so... I've dropped over 415,000 frames. How long have I been dropping frames? Oh my god. Yeah, it's never dropped frames like this before. Well, the run's almost over. Silver win. Embargo. Okay, yeah, you just... that. I think it might be one of those issues like Steve was having, where he just had to end the stream and restart one and it fixed it, but I'll know for sure tomorrow. For the past 1.5 hours? Oh god. No one's told me either. Okay, I'm glad it was Earthquake, or Brick Break. I think the worst move it could have used was probably Giga Impact, just because it would have done so little. Since the start of the Elite Four? Oh god. I haven't dropped frames like this since I got my new PC. Hopefully this is a one-time thing. Oh, damn it. I thought that was the last Pokemon. I think I'll just add 20 seconds. I don't know what my undo split button is. Okay, so just add 22 seconds. So I'll just say that was a 2:02:12. Yep, sounds fair. Yeah, it just like completely lost the connection. Oh man. Well, I thought it was just me. The audio's fine, but the video's very choppy. Yeah, I did not know I was dropping frames till now. Like, I've never had that happen since with this new PC. It must be just some completely random internet issue. I'm willing to bet if I stopped the stream and restarted it, it would fix itself. But hopefully that'll be fixed for the next stream. Alright, so let's take a look at the lead. Okay. Alright guys, if we take a look, our old run was level 74 with 0 resets to 22:21 with a 6:04 game time. Well, here's the thing. Our game time now is 5:09. You can see just how much time was cut off. 5:09 game time. 2 hours, 1 minute and 48 seconds. This definitely could have been sub 2 hours if it weren't for that Flint fight going awful. Alright, so I was level 70 with 7 resets. It seems like overall, in my new redo runs, like, I'm going much faster. Lower level, lower game time, but I'm getting more resets. And it's just overall much less of a time. I think it's because I'm going for riskier strats, because trying to train to a higher level to be safe is just very slow. Like, oftentimes resets are just faster. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I'm so sorry the stream just started losing connection. I don't know what's causing this. It's probably just going to be a one-time thing, but if it does it again tomorrow, then I'll have to look into it. But I'm sure by tomorrow it'll fix itself. Anyway, the next stream will be tomorrow, where I will be doing some Pokemon Conquest 80% speedruns. So yeah, I'll be getting into speedruns again. I'll be doing speedruns every 2 weeks on Wednesday, and then every other Wednesday in between those, I'll stream just casual games. Like, first time playing a new Pokemon game, maybe playing Zelda, who knows.